50 years when you develop cancer from it. There is no in between. Like loads of
Really?
people, yeah, it's a misconception. Loads of people think, oh, you'll get radiation sickness and it'll cause whatever. And radiation sickness either kills you at the time because it amongst the other things it does, it kind of wipes out your immune system. But if you survive, the initial kind of thing, then it's
When
just
you say
cancer.
at the time, you mean immediately, or you mean like within a few weeks?
Within a few weeks, a couple of months, that sort of thing.
Right.
It either kills you then,
Yeah.
or you survive it and you get over it, and then you go on your life until the inevitable cancer happens down the line. It does not give you Spider-Man powers.
Yeah. Like
Do you think we'd be good at my mum and dad's though? Because they've got like 3 foot thick walls.
I know the Wi-Fi's crap.
I think it would be good. We could spider.
It was like at Marlborough Street School when I did my teaching practice there, and we had like drills that they had to get into the table and hide. But like
The
curl
other-
up because they didn't see anything.
The other problem as well is the fallout. Is if you survive the explosion and you don't get radiation sickness immediately because you're in somewhere with lead. The problem is you then get all of the ash and stuff come down from the explosion, and all that's really radioactive. So even though you go outside and it's like, oh, I'm fine, I wasn't anywhere near the blast, everything around you is now radioactive, and you're just getting dosed with rads constantly until you get radiation sickness, and you either die from it or develop the cancer. Yeah. And in a month, we might put Donald Trump in charge of the largest stockpile of nuclear weapons that there is.
And he's already said he wouldn't rule out using them.
Yeah, against countries that have also got nuclear weapons, and so would
Everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone else.
He's on the brink of setting back diplomacy 40 years in an instant.
Here's a question for you. Who is more likely to use nuclear missiles first? Donald Trump or Kim Jong-un?
Donald Trump.
Oh.
Because what happened in the Cold War was something that was called MAD, mutually assured destruction. So the Russians had loads of weapons and the Americans had loads of weapons, but nobody would launch anything because the minute the Russians launched them, America would launch all of their stuff, so everybody would lose. So now you're in a situation where America's got loads of them, Russia's got quite a few, but now you've got lots of smaller countries that have also got a couple, which are quite good for threatening their neighbours with. But North Korea, say, has got 10 or 20 missiles, and they could do a lot of damage with 10 or 20 missiles. But if they launch 10 or 20 missiles at America or whoever, America have got thousands and thousands of them, and they will just turn North Korea into glass. So as mad as Kim Jong-il, whichever one we've got now, stupid haircut man, as mad as he is,
The one selfie man.
I think he's much less likely to launch than Donald Trump, because Trump has got the entire American military behind him, and he thinks that might is right and he can do whatever he wants anyway.
So,
shoot him with one of those things.
what you doing?
I've explained the situation to the crew, and then I've gone and plugged myself into the cockpit because after going to the hospital, I'm feeling a little bit heebie-jeebied. So me and the ship are just gonna.
I think we are gonna have to go there ourselves. Maybe procure some probes of our own.
They're like $250,000 each. We do not have that kind of funding.
Company stuff.
We really want them either because they seem to have possibly antagonised whatever it was that was.
Yeah.
Somebody planted a thumper.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Childhood.
Because we could go and nothing will turn up. But if we
But if we do, we can always come back another time.
oh yeah.
And if we go and we find whatever we find or don't, we could always go back to our contact and say, look, this is what we've found so far.
Yeah.
We believe that we need a lure of a probe to get it out.
Yeah.
But at least we could try first without it.
I suppose the first thing would be to
Yoink.
in the wormhole
Yeah, go for it.
into which the ship was severed and see if it's floating around in the world.
How much navigation in the wormhole can I do?
No,
Or is it just we get shot
Yeah.
through and basically I'm just there to kind of go, oh, asteroid.
Having fun with the route.
Left
Is
a
it
bit.
like an on-rail shooter, or do I get a little bit of movement?
It's mostly on rail.
Okay.
A bit curly, but
Well, while we're going through the wormhole, we can at least have a look for the other end. What's the crack with using weapons in the wormhole? Is it a bad idea?
Technically, you can do.
What happens if you turn
If
on
two-
the light if you're going at the speed of light?
You slam into a wall of photons. Two ships in a wormhole can actually attack each other,
Okay.
but it's normally with directed energy weapons. Most serious ship-to-ship combat is taking place with drones and missiles and kinetic.
All I'm thinking is if we are going through this wormhole and there is a hulking mass of another ship there, we might need to blast it so that we don't crash into it.
This means we get to get another gun for the ship,
We have a gun.
but not an energy gun.
Yes, you do.
Yes, we do.
Yes,
It's a laser.
Oh yeah, I made the laser, didn't I?
No, you got
Oh.
given a laser. You get given a proper laser.
I think we
Our
should
ship
get some
hasn't
kinetic
even
weapons.
used.
You can lean out of the door with a gat.
Pop a 9.
I will do that.
After
You've
I
got
know
one.
what
You've
a
got
gat
one
is.
already.
I do.
Who's gonna poop on the ship?
You're gonna fire the diaper at the ship. Oh, it's purged its fuel tanks. Maybe that's what caused the Star Destroyer to dump its garbage.
It was you.
The Millennium Falcon had a diaper built into its docking floor. Anyway, let's do this. Leroy Jenkins. That's what we should totally call our ship.
Leroy Jenkins.
Well, the
Leroy
kids-
Jenkins is the
I
name
am
of the ship. 'Cause we
totally
haven't
up
got
for
a name for the ship yet.
We do have a name for the ship. It always changes.
No, we don't.
Last time was like the Kitty,
Oh yeah, you wanted to call
and
it
then
Kitty.
before that,
Kitty.
and before that it was something else, and before that was something else yet more.
Right, I'm going to write it down and make it official. The Leroy
The
Jenkins.
Leroy Jenkins.
How many R's and O's in Leroy?
As many as you want.
Just do an infinity with the thing.
The O's.
I've written it French style, so it's Leroy.
Leroy Jenkins.
Leroy Jenkins. Into danger, Geki Gengar. Let's do this.
Okay.
Oh, shall I fix something up for super scanning? Like of extra stuff.
Or like Nappa's Scouter.
The jump route to Cecilum is red, so it's 15 plus 1.
Tricky.
It's, sorry?
Were you spending any time before you
I'm going to look at the maps and have a...
spend some time studying? Okay. More than a day?
If you're going to be knocking up some sensor equipment,
Yeah.
we'll give it a day.
Yep. Okay.
I'll do
You
some
can redraw your
navigation.
hand if you need to redraw back up to.
Do I need to pay for sensor equipment and stuff?
Alright, I've drawn up.
What are you doing?
Well, our ship is kind of like a dragonfly
Yep.
thing, and it's got the thing there and then the two ones there.
Yep.
Breaking in the top.
We have arcs, yeah?
You've got a
Of what they
fairly
can-
wide. The eyes of the dragonfly are your sensor.
I want to add another arc on the back, maybe,
Okay.
so we can see anything.
That might be. That would take a lot of structural work.
Okay.
What you could possibly
On the
do.
middle facing backwards.
What you could possibly do is that now that you know that they use modified shunt drives to detect possible wormholes, is that you could retune the main sensors so they're a bit more sensitive to the specific energy frequencies that shunt drives use.
I could definitely
You could also possibly try adjusting the shunt drive so it can emit the testing pulse.
Nope. Actually, yeah, we've got loads of spare shunt
Can you
drives.
tune the shunt drive so that it doesn't scan like a shunt drive? So if they are on the other end and it's shunt drives that they're attracted to, we don't look like a shunt drive. We look like a space whale.
Cool, I can do that, I think.
Kirk will come and try and rescue us. Basically, I'd like you to turn the Leroy Jenkins into the Red October.
If I do it, you have to change the name.
No, I'm not going to change the name of the ship that I've just written down to Red October.
It's going to change every week, Dave.
AKA the Red October.
Writing it makes it real.
There's a bit called A everywhere.
Next time, we need to make evasive manoeuvres to try and avoid something. I'm going to make an evasive manoeuvre specifically designed to make you fall off your bunk and crack your head against a bulkhead.
You gave me a bug? Thank you.
Okay, 5 play 1. Also, I'm on 5 play 1 and you're on mind plus technical.
Okay, so that's 8 play.
Any more at 5
Okay,
You first.
19.
No, 19.
11. No, you can leave it there.
Oh,
Yeah, you've won.
I only get one card.
Oh gosh, I'll never get it out.
oh okay, awesome. You told me
Matches
so
your affinity. No, that matches
Yeah.
the ambiance.
the
Yep.
ambiance.
Ambiance.
Nice.
Monsieur, when these flying rocher, you spoil us.
So yeah, you you managed to create a baffle to the shunt signature. So unless it's actively being used, it kind of hides the shunt drive without turning it off.
It's just playing another tune. It's playing one song to the tune of another.
Basically, you've put a pitch shifter on it so it now sounds like a mandolin instead of a guitar.
Pheromone.
Why did your theremin sound like a trombone?
Oh, good. The cracking whale.
Can I change it so it sounds like Morgan Freeman? Have a switch. Morgan Freeman, Gordon Freeman, Morgan Freeman, Gordon Freeman.
So, no, we want it so that it sounds like Gordon Freeman because that would make it completely silent.
But Morgan Freeman.
Oh.
Duct tape is silver.
Okay.
Yes, so you've done that.
Have you a squeegee for my third eye?
Yeah, if you reach under your chair, there'd be 5 dried grams.
What my friend referred to as an heroic dose.
So you're going to make this jump?
Yeah.
Okay. 15 play 1 versus your, was it link plus piloting?
Link plus piloting, so that is 7 plus 12 is 19, and I'm matching the ambience.
So you get to draw another?
I'll draw another. Can I play the other one immediately?
No, because I get to play one. So 15. 27.
You're on 27, I'm on 17. Can I play another?
No, you're not on 17. You're on 12 plus
7.
piloting plus
Oh,
link.
so 19.
19.
19 against
27.
27. So another 9 will beat it.
Yep.
Another 9, also matching the ambience.
Wonderful.
Now I've got a rubbish hand. But, good
I-
news everybody, I've not killed the shunt drive.
Yet. Of course it can't fly now. It's got Nokia strapped around it.
That was about the least pleasant jump you have ever, and the rock means ever. I had to navigate.
But did Hicks still sleep in the back?
Somebody wake up Hicks. Yes. The
Hold on to your butts.
I'll get me a tracheotomy. I'll be tracheotomy man. What do you fancy doing today? We'll go to the beach. Time to get the dog. Arf, arf, arf.
Everybody, it's me again. Turns out smoking's real bad.
It's almost as if the wormhole was fighting you back.
Great.
Did it have the battle music?
No.
So whatever it was.
We didn't see.
It's a particularly bad jump route.
Yeah.
Are there any other jump routes into the system, or is that the only?
Yeah, there's
That's the
7
only
other
one
ones,
from Bradham,
but we don't know
There
where
are
they go.
at least 8 other ones
But
out
we
of
know-
this
but
system,
we don't know where they go.
and
the
they're
only-
potentially going to be worse.
Yeah.
But they could be better. Okay. Now that we've arrived, I'm going to unclench and breathe and light up an Otter cigarette. We're here. Well, don't everybody thank me at once for an exceptional piece of piloting.
I know. I was
I won't
While we were
call you
flying
in
through
the
the
sea.
wormhole, did we see the
Back
tail
end
end
of the
of
ship.
the Intrepid?
No.
Okay. Is that unusual?
You don't really get physical objects
Yeah.
come through. They
That's-
normally need to enter the wormhole at the same time to be part of the same thing.
Oh, so now that we've arrived, can we see the back end of the Intrepid here?
It was severed off in the wormhole.
Oh, it's so okay.
If it had been severed off beforehand, none of the ship would have come out. The entire ship, basically the wormhole would have collapsed around the ship, and then it would have squirted hard radiation out of each end of it.
Oh, lovely. Like a radiation burrito. Let's see if the toss something pops in the little boy's room.
I love you,
Alright.
radiation burrito.
All your alpha and beta particles, so warming on my
Here's
insides.
the other thing, because you know the mushroom wars that they talk about in Adventure Time? That was a nuclear war.
I know.
Sleep well, children.
Yeah. I think we're gonna have to go. It's possibly worth it. Let's go into like one of the sciencey outposts.
Science!
Have a, yeah. Have a chat to one of those groups and see if anyone's what they've got all recorded at the time all that went down. If they're still here with us.
But make sure to be well armoured because it could be bad price. And I want to show off my awesome rhino bug armour.
Rhino bug armor.
Yeah? Imagine how badass that'd be. Kind of have rhino
They probably
head
would
kind of
be
covering your face and this big kind of beetle thing. On
It's
your
not
back.
actually a rhino head. It's called rhino skin armor, but it's not
No.
actually made out of a rhino.
This one is.
Okay. You got custom rhino skin armor with real, authentic. Was it real rhino horns or
Yes.
fake rhino horns?
Real rhino horns.
Okay.
I want my +1 in intimidation. You said I could.
Yeah, yeah. It's the fact that you've taken an unknown alien species and stapled parts of it to your clothing.
What do you think I'm going to be doing with this new alien species?
What do you mean it's a new alien species, isn't it?
Ah, you've given the plot away. It is the same one. And now I can
To
hide.
seek out new life and new civilizations and staple them to your armour.
Got the red. No, mine's the red because I just. No. They did red wigs in Pound Shop. Yeah. Got a lot of red hairspray. I can use the just do like a big bun on the top of your head and just spray it. That would work. And then go into calcifer. What are you doing for our party?
When is it?
Halloween weekend? Weekend after we go away?
Poco Rosso.
Yeah, I just need a hat and a pig nose, and I'll just have my trench coat on with the collar up, and I'll just be really misogynistic.
That's what you want to do? I will let you do it for Halloween.
Totally turned Dave into Howell.
Because all his long flowing hair.
Yeah.
That's a wig.
Well, Hal can look however he wants. So this Halloween, Hal is going to look like this.
Oh
No,
no.
I was being silly. Don't worry. That could be no face.
So are you gonna be?
I think Dave's probably going to go Simon Miller from What Culture.
Well,
If only I were that buff.
I think someone's just going to do the howl and we'll do you no face and just paint your face up.
I'd love to.
You can do the IC.
Am I going to go as Calcifer then? Hun?
I am.
I'm not getting dressed up as a clown in this
I'm
day and
doing
age.
Hamster.
I'm not getting clowned up, I'm sorry.
Although, have you seen that there's some people that have dressed up as Batman?
Batman chasing the clown around, yes.
And that thing on Facebook, which is true. So, creepy clowns, a real life evil billionaire running for president.
Yeah.
We need Batman. I don't know what to do for Halloween.
I'd happily dress up as Batman and run around punching clowns. I don't actually have anything against clowns. Just a good way to get rid of anger.
It's the fact that the noses squeak when you punch them.
And the scariest thing about these clowns is if you see a car with clowns pulling up, there could be literally thousands in there.
Okay, so the suggestion is made to head to the scientific and research station.
Yep, let's go
Okay.
and see what's... If we arrive there and it's a little bit like the derelict science station from Wrath of Khan, then we're in trouble.
Go.
Botany Bay. Oh no!
the Alpha 6. Okay, so you set course and head inwards. Cecilum system, as I say, it's orange sequence star. It's quite hot, so you've got 4 planets inside the red zone. You've got 2 just kind of perched in a fairly narrow green zone. They're closer to each other than you'd normally like. Asteroid belt, and then the blue zone, gas giants, whatever. The science station is orbiting the outermost of the 2 green zone planets. It's a fairly straightforward mobile research station, complement of about 150 crew. It's got manoeuvring thrusters so it can be moved to other places. It's got a few docking bays. It's fairly big, but they're kind of assembled from ready put together modules that would have been brought through by possibly something the size of the Intrepid. Done on it, and it's got a little bit of most sciences that you'd potentially want, and its IFF is switched off.
Oh,
IFF?
let's ping it.
Does that mean?
Identify friend and foe. So it's basically the beacon that means that when it's on the radar, it says what its name is and whereabouts it is.
Yeah, well, first thing is open hailing frequencies. Yo.
Static.
Like the good static or the bad static?
Like Wayne static.
That's awesome static.
Yeah.
But dead.
So
Is this the kind of static like the carrier wave's gone because it's not broadcasting, or is this the static of interference from atmospherics and all of that sort of stuff?
It's just nothing there.
Okay, well they're not answering. Cal, do you want to scan it with your...
That's not unsurprising because people's brains were fried and stuff was fried.
Yeah.
we could just do
It's
like.
still not good.
Oh,
Can we scan the ship?
Enhance. Enhance. Enhance.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah. So you you need to get a fair bit closer to run for it, and basic systems seem to be online. The main computers are all up and running, so you can kind of
Interrogate that computer.
you can ping it and get a docking code for it, but there's no active comms coming back the other way.
If there's no one there, that means there's no one to prevent me re-owning and changing legality.
We're going to
of
be
their chemicals.
docking on a space station. Nobody's given us permission to dock on a space station. That makes it an act of piracy. We are space pirates.
Unless-
Privateers.
We kind of have letters of marque from the company, so yeah.
And if needs be, we can blow it up.
You can call me Captain Blonbeard. Let's go. Do you want to try and pull like a data dump from the computer first and see if there's anything in the logs or anything?
Yeah, we'll try that. Hacking again?
Yes, please.
7.
I'm on 7 play, 5 play 3. This is quite a secure system.
Is there anything I can do to make it less secure?
Bang, 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 bang.
Hey, you! You're not quite as good as everyone else.
You can't.
We're 17.
What did I say I was on? 5 play 3.
5 play 3.
So there goes 17.
Ouch.
Uh, 27. 30.
It's meat or beat.
Meat or beat.
You want it?
You get in.
Yeah.
It's tricksy.
But we get
It's tricksy, but you get in.
there. It's not skills.
It's a hobbity computer.
Last recorded log entry.
My god, we're all going to die.
Oh my god, it's full of stars.
Oh god, no!
It's those crazy Swedes.
As long as the last log entry isn't Imperial troops abandoned the base, Imperial troops I'm okay.
There's my Dalek voice box.
No!
It's-
Daleks are fine, we'll go upstairs. We'll be fine.
Any more? They can go
No,
upstairs.
I'm not gonna. Yeah, that's what I was about to do.
Instead, you created an awful amount of tension. We need to relieve this tension.
4/4 knocking of a Time Lord's heart. And the drums that the master heard all the way through his life. It drove him insane. Self-fulfilling prophecy, if nothing else.
Insane in the membrane. Insane in the brain.
Okay, last transmission.
Last transmission. You see, or the last log entry. You see crew members bringing something on board. It's a probe.
It's not a pod full of head crabs, is it?
Damn. A Corvo technician going up with a rig, scanning it. The pod bay door opens. There's a pulse of light and static, and then that symbol appearing in the static.
So whatever took out the ship has just done that to them.
What did the probe look like?
Does it look like a bitch? Sorry.
What did the probe look like?
It was a Type 4 probe.
So,
Given that the one that you purloined for checking the shadow planet was a Type 20,
This is yeah.
so
this is
it's old.
Oh,
It's relatively common, Probes are probes. It's designed for atmospheric sampling, so it has a small cargo bay, reaction motors. It's a short distance thing only.
But it's of our technology,
Yeah.
but quite old.
Yeah.
So
Are they still around and in use?
Not really. Not really. It's like 1980s Sierra, like a Mark 1 Sierra.
yeah.
They're kind of collector's items more than anything else.
So
Not for value, but just for.
what I'm wondering then is,
Like a walkway.
have there been any ships from the era where these would have been kind of the cutting edge stuff that came here to do surveying or whatnot that disappeared?
Yeah, because didn't people that come in?
Because what I'm kind of thinking is this is a little bit like Vija. Again, from Star Trek the Motion Picture.
Oh, right.
Voyager.
Yeah.
And then it comes back after. Didn't they say that it was the Borg that got it eventually? After all the.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh,
And-
that
and-
con sucks.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to unhear that.
So the Voyager went out, and then something interesting happened to it, and it came back. But no, that's what I'm wondering: is did the ship go missing, and then the probes have come back with an added extra?
Or more than that, well, even if it wasn't in this area, has probe gone missing somewhere else and come back? Like, does one of the pathways in this area head off to any of the other areas that we're aware of?
Do any of these wormholes, in fact, have time dilation?
Are any of these wormholes actually worms who are eating you?
What, like in Beetlejuice?
Well, someone has to create them.
Oh, you've been the center. I've been the center. You sandworms. Hate them. So you hate them too.
That didn't make any sense to me until later on when somebody explained that when they go outside their house, that's Saturn. I did. You've been to Saturn? I've been to Saturn. Huh? I just thought that was him talking nonsense.
Mm.
I
All
think
good
it's
questions.
fans, which make much sense.
All of which will be answered next week.
Oh.
Or not next week, as the case may be, because we're in London.
But next time.
Which won't be for a little while, actually, will it?
Yeah, because we've got Halloween and.
I am a little bit creeped out, but in a good way. Is this like going to be all like Star Trek and stuff, or is this going to be Event Horizon?
Where are we going with Doctor Who? We don't need eyes. I have to watch that again.
I love Event Horizon, but it's not a Kelly-friendly film, so I won't be watching it for
Someone else told me that.
I watched it, it's not a Kelly friendly film.
It's
It's not
it's
a Charlie friendly film. I regret to
Definitely-
watch it.
It is
Is it a
definitely
Thomas
Kelly
OK film?
Huh?
Is it okay for Thomas?
See how it gets on with the mist.
Yeah.
the
Actually-
new Mist or the old Mist.
2000
something with Thomas Jane,
the people, the one
the Punisher.
Yeah,
didn't watch that.
yeah.
I thought that was the first film called The Mist. I thought you were on about The Fog.
No, there was a either late 70s, early 80s version of the Mist as well.
Okay.
I think.
Any good?
I'm surprised I can't remember.
What's the birds? Doesn't help that person halfway up the hill that I have to always walk up.
Hello. That sounded more like Bruce the Shark than.
Hello, mateys.
Hello. Who did the voice of Bruce the Shark? Was that Barry Humphries?
Yes, it was. And Eric Boehner did Chum, or one of the other ones. And now I remember that he also played Bruce Banner. Now I remember that film, and now I'm sad.
Do you know what? I liked that film apart from the final act. The final act was messy and confusing, but up to that point, I was quite enjoying it.
What film are we on about?
The Ang Lee Hulk film.
I mean, I thought Eric. My only problem was Eric Banner was a little bit too buff to be Bruce
Banner.
Banner. Because like Edward Norton, when he played him, he skinnied the hell up.
Yeah.
And isn't it funny that Edward Norton is the buff guy in American History X and the out of shape guy in Fight Club?
it's almost like these actors kind of change their body shapes.
It is a bit like that.
Chris Pratt.
That's still one of the more impressive ones. Christian Bale. He went from the machinist to the Dark Knight. Naturally, he says.